smart as he usually is.
Brown drives, layup off the glass.
That's not the first time we've seen a superstar in green and white sacrifice the body.
Going in, knocked away.
Welcome into round 3 of the first of the floor Celtics Trivia Bonanza, where we put the world's most astute, most knowledgeable Celtics fans to the ultimate test. My name is Ben Ballas. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. And before we introduce our two wonderful contestants, let's welcome in producer Jake Eisenberg on the ones and twos. Jake, how's it going, buddy?
We're good. I'm really excited
Going
to
well.
add producer to my CV, my resume, which is great.
Absolutely. No, we're very happy to have you in that capacity. All right, let's bring in our contestants. They had us on their show, the How About Them Celtics podcast, just a couple of days ago, where they hosted us for the Celtics game show. Multiple formats, categories, lots of laughs. Go check it out. The link is in the description. Okay, contestant number 1. He writes for the Celtics blog. He pods for How About Them Celtics. He recently joined the CLNS network. He is Jack Simone. Jack, welcome, sir. How's it going?
Good. Thank you for having me. I'm ready to try my hardest. We'll go with that angle. I'm going to try my best. Thanks for having me on the show.
Of course. No, that's all we can ask. Try your hardest. Contestant number 2, he also pods for How About Them C's. He also writes for Celtics blog and also recently joined CLNS. He is an avid knower of ball and a generational hater. He is Sam LaFrance.
That's right.
Welcome, sir. How's things?
I'm happy to be here, happy to come hang out, and I'm ready. Trivia is my thing. Jack is shook over there.
Excellent.
We're going to see how he does. I do want to know where these smart people you're talking about are at, though.
Yeah,
'Cause we're both morons.
Sam's got the guns out. He means business. This is like Jason
the full
Tatum.
noodles are out. Yeah.
Yeah, deadlifting 495
all
or
confidence.
precisely like 3.6 Jakes. I think I calculated. Jason
Lifting
Tatum
my
was deadlifting. Yeah.
peanut butter cup. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, nice. Let's go.
Now, Sam, I am told by Jack that you are the one to watch in this matchup. Can you confirm or deny these allegations?
I have no comment. I'm not trying to set myself up. If I go out there, I play well, I play well. If I don't, I don't. We're going to give it our best shot. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Humble. No bulletin board material for the Simones on the other side here.
Okay, love to hear it. Love to hear it. Absolutely. Now, I'm just delaying a little bit while I find the rules to our show here. Okay, here we go. Let's go over the format very quickly. 4 rounds. 4 questions per round, plus the Phill Pressey speed round made up of 10 rapid-fire questions. There are also bonus questions peppered in throughout the show. Correct answers are worth 1 point. Bonus questions are worth 2 points. All of the Phill Pressey speed round questions are also worth 2 points, and you will be deducted points for incorrect answers. Fellas, do we have any questions before we get started?
I'm
I
ready.
don't think so. I think I'm ready. Let's do it.
I'm getting a sense that I've got a massive delay on my end. There must be some issue with my internet, which we'll try and iron out as we go along here. But the show must go on. All right, let's get into it. Let me just get us fired up here.
I think it's Ben. But we'll
Yeah, I think it
we'll
is
get
me.
through it here.
Question 1. On November 30, 2022, Jason Tatum dropped 49 points on the Heat and became the youngest player to do what?
Oh, man.
And remember, we're buzzing in for answers. And
Can you
can I
get
just
a boing?
confirm, the boing is Jack or Sam?
It's Jack.
Jack.
Jack. Jack is boinged
All
in.
right. Yes, I got to take my chances here. I'm going to go A, make 900 3-pointers.
You are correct, sir.
All right.
Hey.
I need to take chances when I can get them.
That's right. He became the youngest player in NBA history to make 900 3-pointers, doing so at 24 years old and surpassing the previous record set by Bradley Beal at 25 years old. Amazing.
Hot start from Jack here. We like it, First blood.
This is why you don't
pounce on
say anything
hesitation.
before the game starts.
Cool. All right. Let's move on to question 2, as I think my delay is starting to iron itself out
Yeah,
here.
you're looking.
Question
here we
2.
go. Remove
All
it.
right. On June 18, 2021, Brad Stevens made his first transaction in his new position, trading away Kemba Walker, the 16th pick in the 2021 NBA draft, and a 2025 second-round pick in exchange for which 2 players?
Who was first?
I think Sam.
Jake?
I think Sam got through on that one.
So I've got, of course, Al Horford and Moses Brown.
You are correct. Straight on it. Right on it there. That's amazing. Well done.
Well done, yeah.
Any thoughts on, like, if you can take your mind back to that trade, Sam, were you as hyped about Moses Brown as the rest of Celtics fandom was?
I sure was, because he lit them up in that one game where he had he earned a contract because he lit the Celtics up on the glass.
Yeah, he literally got like a $2.something million deal.
Yeah.
And now what was it? Like 2 days ago, I feel like he signed a partially guaranteed with the Blazers. I feel like he's been on 5 teams since then. But look, 7'2", thick, beefy boy. We could talk ourselves into that any day of the week.
One of the many Celtics to play really well against the Brad Stevens Celtics and then earn himself a contract and then disappear into obscurity.
Literally
and
everybody.
irrelevance. Yeah. All right. So we've got a tie here. Jack won. Sam won. Is that correct? Did Jack?
That's right.
Yeah, Jack got one. Okay, moving on. Sorry, this
Neither
delay
one I get
really let a screw loose in my mind, but I think we're good now. We're going to move on. Question 3. Jake would argue there's always been a screw loose, but we'll move on. Question 3. In a December 2021 game against the Suns, labeled as the turning point of the 21-22 season, which Celtic notched their first ever triple-double? That was
I got Sam
I
on
believe.
that.
Yeah.
Rob.
Sam came through first.
I was at Foxwoods, and I bet on him to get the over on assists, and he certainly hit it. It was like 1.5.
bet.
He needed 10.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Jake, any memories of that game?
Yeah, that's the Rob. That's the reason why I think he's the chosen one. Was like how many players in the NBA can have a performance like that? Can we please get Rob passing the ball more, handoff game? Can we get him operating in the high post? Because this is what he can do. That's what I remember about that game.
I remember this vividly. I was in line at CVS waiting for a COVID test when he put up the triple double.
I think I was driving around in Tasmania with my phone on the center console. Of course, the game's run in the middle of the day here in Australia, watching the Celtics turn things around against a pretty decent CP3-led Phoenix Suns at the time. We'd been losing a lot of games. I was worried this was going to be another one, and they just came out. They look completely different, and a large part thanks to Time Lord there. Hopefully he can stay healthy in this upcoming season. We've got one more question in round 1, and then we'll review the scores. True or false? Al Horford is in the top 40 all-time of points scored as a Celtic. This is almost a throwback to the game show from the other day.
Yeah.
That is Sam buzzing in.
I'm going to say true.
Correct, sir. Yeah. Well done.
He just made so many threes that I feel like it has to be that he's in the...
Yeah.
That was why I guessed.
Jack,
39th.
Close, though.
let that one get away. Hesitation there. 50-50 shot.
I was hesitant at the first two. I knew the Horford Moses Brown one. I just waited a second too long. I think this is the only one I didn't know. See, he's just quicker. I gotta be faster. I gotta get going.
That's right.
Yeah,
sluggish start.
There's that MJ phrase, right? Like you miss all of the shots that you don't take. In this game, you miss some of the shots you take as well because we do deduct points for incorrect answers. So, you can be rewarded for being hesitant.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. Well played. All right, that is the end of round 1. Jake, you're watching from the producer lens here. This is probably closer than any of the initial 2 rounds of trivia we've had so far. What are your thoughts as, I guess, a neutral spectator on these two battling it out?
I would be concerned if I'm Jack here because we got Sam just sitting back, chilling, eating his peanut butter cup, just buzzing in, dropping bombs. This looks like the Celtics going into Charlotte right now. It's close.
One thing about the Celtics is they blow leads.
Yeah, yes, but beware the early lead is an all too familiar phrase in our Slack channel, unfortunately.
Anybody but the Hornets. Anybody but the Hornets.
Amazing. All right, let's move on to round 2, the category for which is the Dark Ages, and the majority of these questions are brought to you by Mr. Wayne Spooney. Question 5 is not the heading that you want there. Ignore that. Round 2, the Dark Ages. Question 1, this 23-year-old guard was traded to the Denver Nuggets in exchange for Danny Fortson, Eric Williams, and Eric Washington. Jack.
Is this Chauncey Billups? See?
Incorrect. Good guess, but not the right guess.
Do I get a free guess?
No. You're risking the -1 here.
Yeah, although there are no passes, so we do need.
I'm gonna
do
guess
need an
Ron
attempt.
Mercer.
Amazing. What a pull.
I hate this guy.
Wow.
I
Pull
hate,
from
wow.
Sam.
I hate him.
Wow.
I hate him.
I was gonna guess it, but Jack was like quick. He beat me to the buzzer.
I gotta take risks. I lost the
Fonzie went
first
to the
round. I have to
Raptors.
start trying.
I like how you risked on this one as opposed to the true false one without
know.
Wolfen.
Yeah.
Well, I was more hoping he would just get that one wrong, and then if he had got it wrong, and then I would have gotten a guess, then I would have definitely gotten. I don't know. In my brain, it made sense, but maybe there's some flaws in my logic.
Is there any Ron Mercer knowledge floating about out there? I possess almost zero, so I'm curious to hear what you guys know. Sam obviously has a
He played
little
with
bit.
Mike. He was on the Bulls, right? He won a ring. I
Say
think
so.
Wayne taught me that last.
I think
on
we
Monday.
determined that. I think we determined that was false. I think,
okay.
I think
We went
I
to
think
the
he
review
played
on
for the
that.
Pacers.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was VAR. I don't remember though. Maybe I'm wrong.
All right, we'll have to circle back on Ron Mercer there. Let's move on to
We'll get
bonus
IT on
question. Bonus question. That's right. Call in if you know the answer to the Ron Mercer trivia there. Bonus Q. This is worth 2 points. A power forward named after a cartoon character was included in the Mercer trade. Who was it?
Coming from Denver, I can't risk losing the point.
I don't know.
Cartoon character, age-old cartoon character. The next clue is going to give it away. Jake, any clues you want to pepper in there?
I don't actually have the answers in front of me or questions, so
That's
I
Is
will
this a
pull
risk?
those up now. Then
This
adding
is a
some
risk, right?
suspenseful music. It's a risk because you could be deducted 2 points.
Okay.
With an
Yeah.
incorrect answer. There's
I'm gonna
also 13 seconds left for someone to answer, and I'm not
Going
sure what
to
happens there. We never ventured this deep. You might both be
I have
deducted 2 points.
nothing.
Well,
yeah,
I have
but,
a
you know,
4-point lead.
I have
just gonna have
nothing.
It was Popeye
Oh.
Jones.
I was
So
gonna
who-
guess that, and I just didn't know if he was
Okay,
on the
yeah, yeah.
Celtics.
Sure.
Okay, so it looks like no points are deducted there.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have to institute. You must answer the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Although
for,
you
for the sake of content here, you're not going to be able to just play game theory on this one, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay.
No problem.
I would have gotten that wrong. I had nothing in my head, but all right.
This is how long we've been doing trivia for. The analytics have taken over, and people are providing
Exactly,
non-answers.
People are just dribbling out the shot clock, which is what people should, when the Celtics should be doing when trying to milk a lead, as opposed to throwing turnovers away. Please just
Threes.
take a shot clock from a 32-footer with 2 seconds left, hit the rim, get an offensive rebound as
Tatum
opposed
ISO. Step back.
that's fine. Just do that as opposed to whatever else happens.
We're looking at you,
Anyway.
Malcolm Brogdon. Anyway,
They're
let's
gonna-
move on. Question 2 of the second round. This Ukrainian big man started for the 1999-2000 Celtics under Rick Pitino, averaging 9.2 points and 6.3 rebounds in 22 minutes per game. Choices are boing. That is Jack.
Is it D?
It absolutely is D. You are correct. It was Vitaly
Huge
Potapenko.
Before we did this, I literally just looked at rosters, and for some reason, I started at the turn of the century, and I remember that name, and
Yes.
that's the only reason I got that correct. So I'll take it. Wow. Okay.
The game day preparation really paying off for LaMelo Ball here. I'm sorry about continuing the Hornets comparison,
Oh no.
but if you take the lead, we'll switch it to
Okay.
to a more exciting team.
You like the Pacers or something. This is at least Tyrese Halliburton. Come on. Okay. I'll
Maybe
beat the
Miami.
elevations.
Any Vitaly tidbits floating out there? If you were stuck in an elevator with someone who needed to know about Vitaly Potapenko, have you got a tidbit you'd be throwing at them?
Do you know something
He
about
averaged
him?
9.2 points and 6.3 rebounds in 1999.
What a pull!
2000.
What a pull!
Bum.
Encyclopedic knowledge there from Sam. You love to hear it. All right, moving on. Question 3. Rick Pitino delivered the memorable walking through that door speech invoking Bird, McHale, and which player? Sam.
Parrish.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's the
Absolutely
exact
correct.
question Sam's gonna know.
I was
Every
just
time.
gonna think.
What do you mean? It's an easy
Yeah.
one.
No, that is
It's
a
a big
classic.
three. He's the other
I-
guy that was on those teams.
I have like
I actually was like,
Chief.
is this a trick question? Am I going to mess this one up? Was
I
it
have-
Bill Russell?
I know. I just get in my own head. Anything like past 2010, it's just gonna be a guess for me, and that's just my own problem. But it's tough.
That is a classic. I'm with you, Jack. I was like, Sam's going to get this question 100%. This is
As soon as it came up, I'm like, yeah,
tailor-made. Tailor-made.
There is a
Yeah.
spectrum of difficulty, and this was on the easier end of that spectrum. We do have a clip here of that speech that we're going to run very quickly.
Were beaten at the buzzer on their home floor on a three-pointer by Toronto's Vince Carter. The Celtics are 12 games under 500 this season, 4.5 games out of the final playoff spot in the East. After that loss, Coach Rick Pitino had a passionate response when asked by a reporter how he would keep his players positive.
Larry Bird's not walking through that door, fans. Kevin McHale's not walking through that door, and Robert Parrish is not walking through that door. And if you expect them to walk through the door, they're going to be gray and old. What we are is young, exciting, hardworking.
This category appropriately called the Dark Ages, and we see why there with that speech from Rick Pitino. All right, let's move on. Question 4 of the second round. In May 1997, Rick Pitino was appointed Celtics team president, replacing who?
Oh no,
This is not multiple choice.
I don't know if I'm even gonna have. I'm gonna guess here because we have to, and I'm not gonna know it. I'm not even gonna know a valid name. I'm just gonna.
Name is I remember
It's a very
the
valid
card
name.
when we had the card, Jack. When we were doing the card,
Did we have a card?
We had a card for this, but I don't know who it is. I don't know the name.
By the way, I told you not to filibuster here, but I'm going to do it, and I will guess eventually. Sam and I had these cards where we guessed it based on clues. I did find the score. It was 260 to 170, and that's with me getting 10x points. So you shouldn't, that's the gap between the knowledge we have. It's
It's a prominent
choose.
name. It's
Yeah.
a prominent name.
Don't overthink it, Jack.
Did Sam just buzz in?
He did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Is it Red Auerbach?
You are correct, sir. It was one Arnold Red Auerbach.
That's what I was going to throw out there when it was my
That was
turn.
not my guess. That was not who I originally thought it was. When
Yeah.
you said it was prominent, I was like, well, all
I'm
right.
noticing a trend here. There's been a couple of from Jack. I was gonna say that, obviously.
I got nothing. Ask me about Derek White.
I think we're a little skint on Derek White content in this particular show. But look, if you make it through to the finals, if you make a push here, go on a run, we'll make sure we pepper some in there in the final
There would
round
be
there for you,
nothing
Jack.
more catastrophic than just seeing round 3 Derek White come up on my screen.
The takeover. Love it. All right, let's move on. That is the end of round 2. And Sam, we see in the lead here, 6-1. Now, with point deductions for every incorrect answer, this is modern NBA stuff. A 5-point deficit is nothing. This could be made up in half a quarter. You're going a slight run here, Jack, and you're back in the lead. So, Jack, have you got a strategy in mind? What's your approach for the final 2 rounds of this show?
I might just start throwing out guesses. I might just say we're just gonna have to not think about the minus points. I got to get back in here. We'll just. I might end on -5, or I might end on 7 points. We'll have to
Jack
see.
is
There's
going to
not gonna
start
be an
firing up threes.
Yes, yeah, well, might as well at this point.
The Dion Waiters approach. Just start chucking them up.
Yeah.
Jake, any thoughts before we move on?
The allegations of Jack being the Charlotte Hornets are holding true so far. I think after the first half, this is like Tatum going into the locker room. He's got 32 and 12 shots or something like that. And if the Hornets crowd, which is 39% Celtics fans, are feeling good. But I've seen the Hornets come back on the Celtics as well. We might need the full 50 from Tatum to get it over the line, so we'll have to see.
Sounds good. All right, let's move on. The category is Celtic Rivals. Question 1, round 3. Chris Middleton, Ish Smith, and Sadiq Bey are all known Celtic killers, but who averages the most points scored against the Celtics all time? Sam.
Mike.
I thought
Correct.
I was in there first.
You are correct. I thought that might trick someone.
I wrote
Like
this
Michael Jordan's
question
too
for
obvious?
Celtics Jeopardy.
I thought I buzzed in first. Did my boing not register?
No, I heard
did
it, but the buzz was slightly ahead, I think.
Okay.
There was a prominent buzz.
Damn. Okay.
That's tough. Yeah.
Jack, would you have gone Michael Jordan as well? I thought I might have
I knew
tricked
this.
some people with
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like MJ, it's always the very obvious answer, and it might have been Kareem or someone who
We had this
registered
for
more
our
games.
Celtics Jeopardy a couple months ago, so I think we both. Yeah.
All right, we've
Okay.
got some elite trivia gurus on the show here, so all right, it's going to get more difficult. Don't worry. Let's move on to question 2, which is a Who Am I? It's like cue up the suspenseful music here. Who am I? Born May 15, 1940, I spent the bulk of my playing career with the Boston Celtics, for which my number 19 is retired and hangs in the rafters of TD Garden. However, before my Celtic tenure, I played for known rivals, the Los Angeles Lakers, and prior to that, the Chicago Zephyrs. My playing career spanned from 1962 to 1976, but afterwards, I would again dabble in dalliance with the Celtic Rivals. I was head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks from... Sam.
Am I allowed to buzz in yet?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Don Nelson.
Correct.
As soon as you said the number, I knew he was gonna know it, and I wouldn't, because I don't.
Yeah,
know
I just wasn't
He knows
sure if I was
numbers.
supposed to wait.
Jake.
The producers selected incorrect for Sam there.
Yes.
The referee's gotten involved. To be fair, for some reason, the incorrect is now at the top and the correct is at the bottom.
I'll win by
That's
a scam.
my fault.
And the correct
I don't care.
and the incorrect is a green. That's all right. The referees miss calls sometimes, and you just gotta play through it.
So to reiterate, I think you are, first of all, you are correct, Sam. It was Don
Yes.
Nelson. And we
Nice.
probably need to apply some manual arithmetic to the score.
Hey, if a referee misses a travel, the play goes on, right? We don't. You can't challenge a travel.
Jake, do you want to be the decider here?
I think
How are
it's
we going to move
play on.
forward? You
I
are
think
the
Play
official.
on.
All
I think
right,
it's just a
play
play
on.
on.
It does not
yeah,
matter.
Look, yeah.
There we go.
It don't matter. But
It does spice things up a little bit as we wait for our little countdown to.
Adam Silver
here.
made the call.
Here we go.
This Hornets Celtics game is on NBA TV. Like it's a national one, so we got to get this a
Scott
little tighter.
Foster on the call.
Yeah.
Controversial. I love it. All right. Question 3. In the most wins against a single team in the playoff rankings, the Celtics hold 3 of the top 4 spots. Name 2 of those 3 teams. Jack.
we'll do the 76ers, and we'll do. Oh man, give me the Lakers.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct, sir.
Huge.
Would have
Huge.
also accepted the Hawks. Primarily the St. Louis Hawks.
Okay, awesome. I knew the Sixers would be up there, but the other one was a stab.
Nice.
Okay, this is getting interesting with a false call against Sam and a correct answer with Jack, where we're closing the deficit here. This is interesting. Let's move on to the next question. A bonus question worth 2 points, or subtracted 2 points for an incorrect answer. The Celtics are actually the victims in the number 2 spot of the most wins against a single team in the playoffs rankings. Who is the offending team?
So this is a team who has beat the Celtics against. Okay.
Yep.
I'm thinking through.
Yep, 34 seconds. Jack.
The Boeing Pistons.
Incorrect.
Oh, damn.
Incorrect.
I had to try.
Is it Philly?
You are correct, sir. That's
you're a
huge.
bum.
That's a
Yeah.
late third quarter 3
Double.
to add to the lead going into the fourth quarter. Massive.
They just
shot
play
there.
each other a lot. I figured.
Yeah.
And they've lost to Philly, just not when I've been alive.
Yeah, same. And I'm old.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah, shout out to BPD MF in here. We got almost 20 viewers in here, only 3 likes. Let's bump these likes up. If you're watching, let's just chuck a like on the stream here, and then Aussie Phil Boomers watch party tonight. Look, maybe not a watch party tonight, but as we move through the tournament, we're definitely gonna get some FIBA stuff going. But Boomers
Absolutely.
Finland. Yeah.
It's the off-season, folks. Throw a like on there. We're doing our best in the off-season. I will read the question for the podcast listener. The question 4. The Atlanta Hawks were once considered a legitimate rival of the Celtics. The two teams have faced each other 11 times in the NBA playoffs and 4 times in the NBA Finals. In 2010, in one of the finer moments in modern Atlanta Hawks history, they acquired the draft rights for which future Celtics Player of the Week award winner who was drafted with the 27th overall pick. Jack.
I know we're fans of Jordan Crawford on the podcast, so I'm going to go with Jordan Crawford.
You are correct,
Here
sir.
we
Well
Here we
done.
go.
We got to pepper these in here throughout the show, folks. We love Jordan Crawford. Good on you, Jack, for being an astute first of the floor fan, knowing the vibes here and going straight with the Jordan Crawford selection. So of course, go ahead.
Canelo's got to make a 40-footer every once in a while. Come on.
Points,
That's right.
points to the half-court line and pulls.
Yeah, exactly. This way he doesn't have to run very far back on defense.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. 3-point line to 3-point line. All right. that is the end of the third round. Sam, 8 points. Jack, 1 point. Sam, are you confident at this point that you've run away with it, or is there some fear that Jack's maybe nipping at your heels there?
I would bet on myself.
Yeah.
Even though the odds would not be very good, but you'd still get some return for your money.
This is where you take insurance, Sam. Correct?
Yes, exactly. This is exactly where I would take Celtics Insurance, which, if you don't know, is betting the other team live money line if the Celtics have a 20-point lead.
Emotional insurance.
We unfortunately know that all too well.
Yep.
On our end, it paid well, unfortunately, throughout the playoffs.
The Nets, Knicks, and Cavs. Grant, I'm gonna make both stretch. Made me $100.
Yeah, it's,
incredible.
I'm glad. Yeah,
what a way to recover.
We need that.
All right, let's move on to round 4, the category for which is the resurgence. So we covered the dark days. We're now getting into the resurgent days, so the sort of post-KG Ray Allen acquisition part of Celtics history. Question 1. Ignore that question 15 in the background of round 4. Which of KG, Paul Pierce, or Ray Allen had the highest scoring average in the 2006-07 season, the year before Allen and Garnett were acquired by the Celtics? Jack?
I gotta take a stab here. I'm gonna go Paul Pierce.
Damn, incorrect.
Had to try.
KG. Pierce was hurt. I know that. I might be
Are we going with KG?
Yeah.
Yes, he said it. Okay. Whew.
Incorrect.
Here we go.
Incorrect. Yeah, here we go.
KG was last.
Yeah.
That's right. It was Ray Allen with 26.4 points. On
Do I get a point for being
43%
closer
shooting.
than Sam?
You already got a point.
Yeah.
Whoa, I don't know what you're talking about.
Can I just say, this is a great question because evidenced by the incorrect answers of both contestants here, people forget like Ray Allen was scoring 25, 26 a game before coming to the Celtics, and then like he, if anything, sacrificed the most from like his role coming over. So I know, Sam, you don't like to hear nice things about Ray Allen, but
No, I don't.
Well,
let's look at the efficiency here. 43%. They frown upon that.
You're a bum.
Chuck it.
in 2006, were they frowning upon that? I'm not so sure.
I don't know. I don't think
And
I don't think
on
that was a
that
thing yet.
On that Supersonics team, like he did what he had to do, you know, to bring the fans and put bums in seats. So anyway, I hear what you're saying with Ray Allen there, Sam. He did do us all dirty there at the end of his Celtics
Turned his
tenure.
back.
Yeah.
And with that, let's move on. Question 2. Which Celtic hit the game-clinching shot, putting the Celtics up 4 with 53 seconds remaining in Game 5 of the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals? Sam?
Paul Pierce.
You are correct. Let's see the clip.
Coming up on a minute remaining here in Game 5. Pierce for 3. It's good. Paul Pierce from way downtown. And Boston leads by 4. Big.
And then they ended the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a best of 5
That was
series.
actually the last play.
Yeah, that's right. Best of 5. Did you if I remember back to like where I was when I was watching that, I had a lot of hope that like the Celtics were gonna win that series after that moment, like getting an epic road win against that, you know, the Heatles team down there in Miami. Did you guys feel the same at all, or did you get a sense that you needed to take out some Celtics insurance?
I remember wearing my Paul Pierce jersey to school and getting extra credit the next day. Teacher was like, "Yes," and he gave me like a raffle. Like they had raffle tickets in this class, and I got like 5 tickets. So it was a good choice on my part.
Amazing.
Yeah, that is not what happened when I tried to wear my Paul Pierce jersey to school ever.
Oh no!
School uniform.
Yeah, they were like, "That is not the school uniform.
Take it off."
This is Australia, not Massachusetts or New England." That's a great. That's a world that's a utopia in my mind right there. That's beautiful.
Absolutely. Good times. Better times. Question 3. In a post-game interview after the Game 7 defeat of the Cavs in the 2008 playoffs, Paul Pierce uttered which superstitious phrase when discussing his late-game free throw that bounced high off the back rim before ultimately dropping in?
Just buzz. Just buzz.
Oh no, the ad!
Yeah.
It's a tag.
Shut up!
That's a tag. Minus
He
4.
said, Oh, well, yeah. I was
We've got
going
a
to say
bug
Red's
here.
watching, but it came up.
He knows.
Well,
he
good
knows.
thing that you were correct because we've got a bug here, and it's.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what's happened there.
Check 'em up.
Jake, producer Jake, can you shed any light on that?
I'm trying to hit the correct button here, but we're battling.
All right, moving on. That never happened. Question 4.
fine.
After winning the title in 2008, the Celtics got off to a 27-2 start in the 08-09 season. Prior to that season's commencement in the 08 draft, the Celtics drafted which player in the first round?
I have nothing. J.R. Giddens, D.
You are correct. Something is going on here with our trivia situation. Fortunately,
I'm
it's at the
cheating
end
my
of
way.
the 4th round, I believe. So, Jake, I think we can
Yeah.
persevere. It was J.R. Giddens. In the just in the sense of honesty there, Jack, did you actually know that was the answer?
I probably would have guessed J.R. Giddens in the similar vein that I would have guessed the other center because I just looked at rosters. But don't give me the point; it'll make up for the one that I scammed Sam on earlier.
I would have guessed
Jake-
Semi Edrin or Erden.
So minus points and give me a
Semi-Oden.
point. I'm fine with that too. If we want to really scam the system.
We're all over the road here, and I guess I'm putting Jake on the spot. I was the one who set this up, and clearly there's some config issues with the trivia platform.
Well, it's just-
Jake,
It might be the
it might be
time.
time to keep a manual count of the score
Yeah.
as we try and finish up here.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, it's just answering on its own. This is like when we were in Denver and we had to wait half an hour for the hoop to be fixed. The difference between us and them is we're gonna push along and get this W.
Absolutely. Now, I believe that is the end of the 4th round, I want to say. Yeah, the 4th round. So we've only got one more round remaining. That's the Phill Pressey speed round, where questions need to be answered incredibly quickly, a la Phill Pressey. So we shouldn't be hampered by this auto-answer issue that seems to be happening within 10 seconds. Sam, up 8. Jack, 0. The legitimacy of that scoreline completely brought into question at this point, given what's happened in the last round. Jack, Sam, thoughts as we move on to the final round?
I told you guys this days ago. I would feel a lot worse if I didn't know it was coming already. So it's all right.
Personally, I think I should be doing better. Just my take.
You're a bum.
I think it's kind of coming out in the wash, right, Jake? Yes, the scoring is a little bit questionable at this point, but I think we know who is truly in the lead currently.
Yeah, the Celtics. Yeah, the Celtics are going to take down the Hornets. There may have been a couple of questionable calls in the late third quarter there, but it doesn't seem to matter.
This is not real. Then they would complain about those calls and then lose the lead.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
That's right.
Well,
All right,
Grant's gone now. So.
It is time for the Phill Pressey speed round where correct answers are worth 2 points. Incorrect answers will deduct 2 points. Anything can happen here. Let's get into it.
Can it?
As I find my cursor here. Round 5. Phill Pressey speed round. Question 1. This guard was second in Sixth Man of the Year voting in the 2004-05 season, losing the award to Ben Gordon. Was it Jack?
Give me a Ricky Davis.
Correct. You are correct.
Hot
Pull.
start.
It was not Jerry Welsh. It was not Delonte West. It was not Wally
Ooh.
Serbiak. It was Ricky Davis.
Oh, now
Question-
we're getting a little Celtics. See, we've got a 6-point deficit here. Here we go.
Question 2. How many all-defensive teams did Tony Allen make as a member of the Celtics? Jack.
Give me 1.
Incorrect.
Sam was gonna guess 1 too. Look at him.
I sure was. We'll say 2.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
It was, in fact, 0. Thanks to Wade Spooney for that trick question. That was good.
Very
You guys are great at
nice.
this, so it's good to be able to stump you from time to time. Question
Mad as
3.
hell.
How many All-NBA teams has Al Horford made in his career? Jack.
Give me 0.
Incorrect.
He's
a little
made
better
1.
than that. He's a little
I
better
think it was
than that.
2013.
You don't have to
Is
say
that an official
You
answer?
can just-
I signed it as if it was an official answer. Yeah.
Yep. He made 1. It was an NBA third team with the Hawks. I want to say 2011, but this is the speed
couple
round.
years off, but
Yeah.
right.
That's
I thought
right.
It was just All-Star games for him. Okay.
Question 4 of the speed round. Leandro Barbosa and Jason Collins were traded in 2013 for which Celtic great? Number retirement pending. Sam.
Jordan Crawford.
You are correct. That is the only correct answer for such a question. Amazing. But
it might go up for Tice.
That's true.
Or Jordan Walsh, perhaps.
Absolutely.
Who I forget is on the team at least twice a week.
Oh!
Shortly after being drafted in 2023, Jordan Walsh brandished what fucking sick-looking weapon on his live stream?
I got it. It's a katana. You
Jack.
pulled it out. I know that one.
Now we're talking.
He's back. The run has started for Jack there. It was a katana. Amazing. Question number 6 of the speed round. After arriving in Boston via trade from the Cincinnati Royals in 1966, which Hall of Fame center was then taken by the Milwaukee Bucks in the 1968 expansion draft? Jack.
Give me Wayne Embry.
Oh, amazing. I was thinking this is the hardest question in the whole show.
Easy.
I'm so happy I waited because I was going to guess Don Chaney.
See, I gotta let him get some wrong so I can get them
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, Jack pulls up from half court and splashes it late in the game. All right, question 7. On July 17, 2019, the Boston Celtics announced that they had re-signed Daniel Tice along with which former Brose Bamberg teammate? Was it Brad Wanamaker, Tremont Waters, Bruno Fernando, or Vincent Poirier? Sam.
Poirier.
Incorrect.
Shit.
Jack.
I'll take Brad Wanamaker.
Oh, correct.
Here we go.
Amazing.
Oh, wait, no.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Hey, I deserve it. No, I deserve it. I deserve it.
Oh, no.
What a 4-point game.
I just forgot that Sam was on the right side and Jack is on the left side.
All right. Let's keep that in mind. We might be able to dole out some extra points at the end of the show if it's close. Question 8. The Celtics lost the 2021 Summer League Championship.
Oh, my
to
buzzer's
which
not
team?
working. Boing.
Verbal
Boing.
buzz.
Oh, here
Verbal
we go.
buzz. Jack.
The Kings, I think.
You're correct. Absolutely
Yes.
correct. It was the Sacramento Kings.
I did not know that one.
Okay.
Question 9. Which watering hole is closest to TD Garden? Is it Hurricanes, the Greatest Bar, Sullivan's Tap, or Banners? Jack.
Is it Banners?
Correct. It is Banners. It's basically under TD Garden. It's one of the newer drinking installments that I spent a lot of time in when I was in Boston last year.
So the
Good
official
time.
score is actually 10-8.
Tied.
No. Was it tied? I thought it was 10-8.
Might be 10-8.
I think it is 10
I
to
think
8.
he's up to. I think Sam's up to. Yeah.
It's 10-8 here. We're going to manual scoreboard. Here
Manual
we go.
mode. I love it. I love it, Jake. Producer Jake taking over. Question 10. In 1995, a famous band was scheduled to be the final musical act in Boston Garden history, but they had to cancel after the death of their legendary frontman. What was that band? Was it Hootie and the Blowfish, The Grateful Dead, Aerosmith, or Fish?
Oh, wow.
Is it
Jack.
Hootie and the Blowfish?
Incorrect. It is not Hootie and the Blowfish. It's one of the other 3 bands. It is The Grateful Dead. And with that, I think Sam officially takes the trophy from round 3 of our Celtics Trivia show. Amazing. Hootie and the Blowfish, that was like, I was writing these questions last night and I was like, what's one ridiculously hilarious band that I could throw?
I had
It was
nothing.
Hootie and
I
the
was
Blowfish.
like, maybe they'll pick a funny answer. That sounds funny. I don't know.
All right, amazing. So, Sam LaFrance, co-host of the How About Them Celtics podcast, is the winner of round 3 of our Celtics Trivia offseason bonanza, which means you do, potentially unfortunately, based on how you look at it, have to come back on the show again for the finals. You will be up against Jake Eisenberg, as well as, was it Will or Greg from Greenwood Envy? It was Greg, wasn't it?
Greg,
Yes.
yeah. I think Sam's gonna be a 1 seed in this scenario. I think
so.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Even
yeah,
if I
yeah.
had
calm
Scam
down
to
a
win at
minute.
the end, even if I had Scam to win at the end there, I was still going to ask if Sam could do it instead because I know that he would have a much better chance.
Exactly. Wait. Don't make me do this again.
Jack's tanking over here.
The Hornets, might as well. Oh, man. But then I'll go pick Brandon Miller instead of Scoot Henderson and ruin it. But anyways.
Cooper Flag coming out soon.
That's true. That's right. He's gonna refuse to play and be drafted by the Celtics for with the Warriors pick.
That would be the only time I respect players doing nonsense like that.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, yeah, respectable move.
I mean, yeah. Let player empowerment. You know,
Yeah.
they should have the agency. These young
In
kids.
this case, yes.
But
Gotta
James
work what they
Harden's
want.
the worst. So is Lillard.
Two completely different situations. Absolutely. James Harden is terrible. Sam, you are the winner of round 3. Tell us how you feel.
I feel fantastic. I feel very unsurprised. And I feel sad for Jack because he clearly knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we knew. It's all right. I was mentally
But I'm
prepared.
excited to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Get in the lab.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. That is going to do it for this one. Thanks to everyone who joined us in the live stream. Make sure you like the stream, like the video if you haven't already, and everyone listening later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. Kudos to our 2 contestants, Sam and Jack from the How About Them Celtics podcast, and congrats again to Sam for progressing to the next round, the final round of our offseason Celtics Trivia Bonanza. Guys, anything you want to plug before we wrap up here?
Who's doing it? You or me?
You do it. You do it at the end of the shows. You can hit it. You
All
won
right.
it, so.
Yeah. Well, if you like Jack and I and you think we're funny or whatever, you can find us on YouTube. How About Them Celtics? We put out daily videos this summer to kind of help the time pass, whatever. Sometimes it's relevant, sometimes it's not. What did we do? We did something ridiculous last week to put something up. I forget what it was.
Peyton Pritchard, pro
Oh,
run
yeah.
highlights.
we watched Peyton Pritchard play open runs, except the highlights were just
We got
from all of the
clickbaited.
games. It was barely any Peyton Pritchard, so we did that. But you can find us there, and you can read both of us on Celtics blog too.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, guys. I just got to ask, because I feel like we're living parallel lives at this point in the year. Like, how much of your day is spent, thinking about and manufacturing off-season content to put out these daily videos?
We sit down and we're today we were very lucky. We recorded our batch for the week today, so we do 10-minute videos on our off days from the pod. And we're so lucky with these workouts. We just pulled up highlights. But for Glenn Robinson, Jack had to go back to 2019 and find highlights from pre-COVID to see the last time he had really had a good game, so we could react to it.
Not had a good game, had any game. He hasn't played organized basketball in 2 years.
Yeah, what happened there? Did he purposefully take time off, or did he just never get picked up by a team?
I have no idea. He hasn't played
The war
internationally.
against work. Him
hasn't
and
played
Ben
in the G
Simmons
League.
handshake.
Quiet quitting.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, one getting paid significantly more to do nothing than the other.
that's true.
It's true.
But he's back. He is back. He's shirtless.
Ben Simmons is ready to go.
Just
Yeah.
not with the Aussie World Cup team, unfortunately, Jake.
No, I think
Did you guys see that
fortunately-
Kyrie reportedly wanted to play for that team?
Yeah.
Yeah, reportedly, he did indeed
Yeah.
want to play for that team.
Would have killed that culture. Glad I know.
my-
He's another one. Sometimes wants to play, sometimes doesn't.
Yeah. The irony is that I think that the Boomers could have saved his soul if he had come into the Boomers culture. I'm fresh off the Boomers Kool-Aid. Last night I saw the Rose Gold documentary on the history of the Boomers last night in the cinema in preparation of the World Cup starting tonight. And that culture can save anyone. There was a video, Ben Simmons was in there when he was 16. That was the only time that he kind of suited up. But for some reason, they're hesitant to come down there. But I don't believe that Kyrie stuff, because I'm pretty sure we would have been hearing about it and been emotionally invested in him actually coming to play. I think that's all absolute baloney, unsurprisingly as well.
Yeah, unsurprisingly.
Favorite
indeed.
Boomer of all time?
It's Patty
Gazy?
Mills. Yeah, Gazy's
Baines
he's
is
the
the
OG.
answer.
Baines
As an
is-
American, I'll tell you, it's Baines.
Well, I said
Patty
Gazy.
Mills. Come on.
Gazy is in Andrew Gaze, so I'm probably
Yeah.
aging myself.
You mean
but
all of Australia? Andrew Baines, Tommy Heinsohn's number one guy.
Aaron Baines?
That's right.
Amazing. Looking forward to the World Cup. And we might fire up the playback room for a couple of these Boomers games, particularly if they come up against the US or maybe even France, who are
I
feeling
hope
a
they
pretty
beat
good
the
team.
piss out of the U.S.
So do
Oh,
I.
wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No,
Explain.
I hate the U.S. national team because they always win.
Right.
They're so good that
It's
the
no
best
fun.
players don't even want to play anymore. So, all right, if the best players don't want them to win, so why should I? Right?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'll subscribe to that.
I
All
like
right.
that. Okay.
We will be back here live early next week to check in and see if Brad Stevens, looking at every available min-level wing, goes anywhere, or maybe could it be a Blake Griffin re-signing? Thanks everyone for tuning in. Until next time.
Wait.
Go
We
Celtics.
got a question.